Hey everyone, Todd here, internalarchitect.com. In this video, I want to talk about self-discovery. We are in the midst of this crazy pandemic going on, and there's a lot of details that are slowly getting sorted out. And I think it's really important as we spend our time really kind of starting to do some self-discovery. Now, before I begin, please hit subscribe below and hit the bell for notifications so you know when I put out a new video. And share and like and do all the above. Do what you guys do because you guys are awesome. So, self discovery is kind of an interesting way to think about this time that we are in just this crazy limbo. I use limbo really openly because as a cancer survivor, we tend to have a lot of time in between the tests and the doctor appointments and everything else that go on. And so for a lot of us, this isn't a crazy unknown feeling. Now, the circumstances for this are, but at the end of the day, we deal with this on a unfortunately regular basis. And because of this, it's a little easier for, I think, cancer patients or people that are dealing with disease when they're waiting on test results to come in and then meeting with their doctors. It's a feeling and a mentality that you have to get used to. Now, as there are millions and millions of Americans stuck inside, kind of trying to let this thing pass and not let the communicable spread happen of coronavirus or MERS-2, however you want to classify it. It's a it's an interesting time to be able to really start digging inside and starting to understand a little bit about who you are, what you are about, the things that are important to you, and what it means to be a human in this crazy society that we are living in at the moment. Now, I don't really care if you what your political views are. Some people are very happy with the current direction that everything is going in, and some people are not. And I think the thing is really kind of been eye-opening for me is I've really taken a step back from a lot of social media. Now, I admit I've been on Instagram a little bit more, only for the fact that I was able to get outside yesterday and do some a fun activity with my daughter because we are all separated. My whole family's at home and I'm hanging out in a condo by myself just because of of being so recently out of treatment for my lymphoma. So, unfortunately, I'm at that high risk, and so I've had a lot of time on my hands. But my daughters, and my wife are going a little bit stir crazy too. So, I was able to get out a little bit yesterday, and it was great. What's interesting is the time that I've been by myself for and not very long, about 10 days now. And I do all right by myself. I definitely think a lot about, just things and think about myself and what I can do better as a human and how I can kind of relate that to not only my family and my friends, but also to you all too, and to people that watch this video, because it's really important to start to dig deep. And this is an interesting time because we can't go to work. We can't do anything that makes the rest of the world go round, essentially, with commerce and hospitality and just every, as our economy has just come to this screeching halt, what do we do, So because we're trying to battle this as best as we know how, you know, what can you do, I mean, I have friends that are busy doing puzzles, and people that get outside are hiking. They're really practicing their social distancing ways. And whether that, fortunately, a huge majority of people that I know, friends and colleagues, are very, very active and sports oriented. So being outside is a huge thing for them, and that goes for me too. I've been able to keep myself busy, but doing a lot of solo missions, doing a lot of things that are are important to me, that I realize that are, as you kind of go through this whole experience of time limbo, that you are doing things that are going to help bring skills and bring new ideas to the table for yourself, and hopefully create, as we come out of this whole crazy pandemic thing, give you opportunities that you may never have realized or known about before. And that's really the big thing. And so I guess my big question to you is what are you doing to skill up, to learn, to take this time and really go through the self journey, and use discipline to really grow as a human, and realize where anxiety and frustration really comes from, and while doing that, being incredibly diligent about the hate that goes on because of the frustrations and the anxiety that you are dealing with. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. At this point, I'm about 10 days away from my PET scan, so I'm a little under 2 weeks. And obviously, having scanxiety is a very tough one. I'll put a link up right up here of what I'm talking about as far as scanxiety. And also just in the middle of this entire coronavirus deal too. So all of the above, man. I mean, tensions. Fortunately, having some time by myself, I'm able to stretch. I'm able to do some things. I've been able to get outside and really get the endorphins running, and doing things that are very good and very positive health wise too. Cooking a lot of great meals. I mean, what else do you got to do, right? So that's where I'm kind of coming from. That's where I really think you guys can take a moment and realize that this is an opportunity to really do something good for yourself. We might be in this position for a month, maybe two. Hopefully not that long, but be ready to hunker down and really take some time to learn about yourself and do something good for yourself, and start skilling up, and start really doing things. Maybe start attacking some goals and some ambitions that you have. You got the time now. Figure out how to make it work. So yeah, man, that's thank you all for watching. I appreciate your time and energy into watching the videos, and if this resonates with you, please, by all means, hit me in the comment section below and let me know what you think. Otherwise, just gonna do me and enjoy helping you guys out a little bit more. But do something good, do something positive with this time, because my fingers are crossed that we don't ever have to experience this again in our lifetimes. So all right, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.